Recorders are on.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us for the East Aurora Village Board meeting for January 20th, 2026. If you could please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can I get a roll call attendance, please, Maureen?
Trustee Lazikis? Trustee Cameron?
Here.
Trustee Vijay?
Here.
Trustee Flynn?
Here.
Trustee Raby? Trustee Shear?
Here.
Mayor Mercurio?
Present.
6 present, 1 absent.
Thank you.
One walking
Oh,
in
he
the door.
just walked in the door.
Psych.
So we have 7 present.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of the Village Board meeting for January 5th, 2026?
So moved.
Moved by Ernie, second.
Second.
Second by Kristen. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Can I get a motion to approve the payments for January 20th, 2026, the abstract for 2025-2026 fiscal year for a total of $672,075.81?
So moved.
Moved by Molly, second.
Second.
Second by Ernie. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. First, speakers and communications. If you have anything you'd like to discuss, raise your hand. When called on, come on up, give us your name and address. We record everything. And there'll be a second opportunity at the end of the meeting. But if you're here for a public hearing, we ask that you wait until that public hearing. You'll get an opportunity to speak at that time. Anybody have anything? Ladies, you good? Okay. Closing our first speakers and communications, public hearings. Can I get a motion to open a public hearing at 7:03 PM to consider local law 1 of 2026 for the tax levy limit?
So moved.
Moved by Steve, second.
Second.
Second by Molly. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. The public hearing is now open. Maureen, could you tell us what this is about, please?
It's a law that allows us to exceed the limit. It is recommended by the attorneys to do it every year. We do it every year, whether we plan to go over the limit or not. Most municipalities do. Just because we go over it doesn't mean there is any intention of going over the limit.
Thank you. Anyone from the public want to speak on this public hearing? Very good. Can I get a motion to close the public hearing at 7:04 PM?
So moved.
Moved by Kristen, second by Steve. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Public hearing is now closed. Can I get a motion to open a public hearing at 7:04 PM to consider an application from Robert and Joanne Rue of 315 Center Street for a permit to keep other than household pets, namely honeybees?
So moved.
Moved by Steve, second.
Second.
Second by Ernie. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. The public hearing is open. Is the applicant here to speak on this? Anything you want to throw at us on the topic? Pretty self-explanatory, I guess.
You need to come up to the
If you wouldn't mind, yeah, just for the recording. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're sort of a unique situation on Center Street. We have like an acre and a half, and my daughter next door has an acre. So we've 2.5 acres. I would say the closest house to us was 250 feet, and most of them are further. So we're not going to be interfering with anybody's barbecue.
Not close enough to the Legion to cause any problems, right?
We're probably a couple, 300 feet from them as well.
Sure.
Yeah, they don't bother.
There's no
They're-
issues anyway.
Yeah, there's no issues. They're not like wasps where they go after a pup or something.
No.
They don't bother. I know they don't because
you were raising yellow jackets,
I had honeybees and my daughter's a beekeeper, so they're not going to be a problem for anybody.
And Joanne did speak to the nearest neighbor, and they offered to plant wildflowers.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome.
nice.
Just,
fun.
I think as far as the neighbors go, we're good to go, so.
What's the typical range that, like a couple, the quantity of bees, how far do they go?
Miles.
yeah.
Literally, they will go miles. I mean, realistically, they don't have to, they don't desire it, but they will go literally miles. We're in a kind of a good spot because we're up above the creek. So one of the things that they can get obnoxious is getting water. But we've got, well, presumably unlimited supply, probably within 75 yards.
Right.
You're brave to do it because it's not easy. My daughter has multiple beehives in Colden now, but just the world is against honeybees. There are so many problems with all the varroa mites and everything. And then she had a colony that was Africanized somehow, and that was fun mowing the lawn around that. It was it's a great thing you're doing this, but boy, it's
The
tough.
odds of me getting through a season and having them survive are pretty low from what I've read, but.
Yeah, it is low. She
Give it
lost
the old college try.
half her hives last year. The hive collapse. It's not easy, but
No,
I give you credit for doing it because we need more
Give
pollinators.
it a try. It was a Christmas gift, I have to try.
Well, that was so,
You can get it done. I mean, our former fire chief, Roger LeBlanc, has.
Yeah, he's an
multiple
expert,
hives,
yeah.
And he's got his thermal imaging cameras on it and everything, and in the winter, they all go into a ball and keep
Right.
themselves
Yeah, they go
warm.
like the size of a
They
grapefruit.
come back every year.
They kind of move around. It's really neat. They move around in the hive like this.
That's what.
And then they cycle out and come around. It's really neat. But it's challenging. It's a neat hobby, and they're fascinating creatures, but it's challenging to do it. You really have to know what you're doing.
I'll learn. Appreciate your help.
sure.
Thank you.
Good luck. I did want to say, I know when we've had applicants before, and I think the first time that this has happened, we were told that you should really have 2 hives if you're going to have one. I think it had something to do with that possibility of collapse.
Yeah. Well,
2 queens?
she's had.
I don't know if it's
she's
2
had
queens. I know they were
issues
saying 2
with,
hives.
I don't think there should be 2 queens in any hive.
No, what I'm wondering is, should we approve it for 2 in case?
Well, at some point, he's going to divide us. At some point, you have to split the hive. If it gets to a point where, they're
Sure.
maxed out in the hive, he can split it and create a whole new
He
hive.
doesn't need another permit for
But
that.
it's not going to change anything as to,
They changed something, yes.
Doesn't change anything for me.
No.
No, I just know, I think Masterson's has that as part of their sort of, if you're start with 2, but doesn't make any difference to me. I'm just wondering, would it be easier if we allowed more than they've asked for?
if you need an extractor, I have one, to spin out the honey, centrifuge, I'm being serious.
You have it on
Well,
you?
it hasn't been approved yet, so,
Well, okay, but when it's approved,
no.
my address is on the website. You can come see me and borrow it when you're ready to harvest.
Appreciate the offer.
Okay.
He's hoping he gets there. All right, anybody else want to speak on bees? Can I get a motion to close the public hearing at 7:09?
So move.
Moved by Steve, second.
Second.
Second by Kristen. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Public hearing is closed. Can I get a motion to open a public hearing at 7:09 PM to consider an application from Anthony and Nicole Slawanowski of 266 Girard Ave for a permit to keep other than household pets, namely 6 hens?
So move.
Moved by Steve, second.
Second.
Second by Jeff. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. The public hearing is now open. Does the applicant want to speak? You're not going to make that little guy do it for you?
Yeah, he can. My name's Anthony Slonowski at 266 Gerard. It's pretty straightforward. We're just applying for a permit for 6 hens. We actually have 5. One was a rooster. We got rid of it, and that was on me. But we originally were trying to get hens. It's not a 100% thing, so one ended up being a rooster. We got rid of it. Yeah, that's it.
5 hens. Do you plan on getting a 6th hen?
I don't know if it's a good idea to just get one, so I think we gotta go with the 5.
Okay. And you know the concerns are, obviously, the rooster. You addressed
Right,
that.
he's gone, we
Yeah.
took care of that immediately.
And just basically like waste and food access and stuff so you don't get vermin. That's,
Right,
that's the
yeah,
thing
we
we're
clean
careful
it,
of.
we clean it every week. We've talked to the neighbors actually love the chickens.
Good.
We kinda have a double lot in the village on Gerard there.
Mm-hmm.
So the neighbors behind actually don't mind the chickens if they walk over there. We usually keep an eye on them if we do let them out of the run, so.
I was at someone's house the other day and he had chickens hanging out on his driveway.
Yeah.
And he said they don't go down to the road. They just stay up by the house and,
Right, yeah, they like
They
to
don't
mess
run
with the
away.
gardens,
Yeah.
so.
They're highly motivated by just food.
yeah.
They're like looking in the gardens at all times, The neighbors are happy that they're in their lawns, like,
It- The ticks and stuff, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's another good thing, yeah.
That is a good thing.
That's great.
Handle the egg deliveries so much that we run out. We don't have any eggs, we're buying eggs, so. Handle the egg deliverer.
Very good. Wait till they get a little older around Halloween time. Those eggs are going to come in handy.
Don't you go give them ideas.
Yeah, they're gonna. It's old school.
Yeah, right, Halloween cakes. All Halloween cakes they're going to make. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you. Anybody else want to speak on the chickens for 266 Gerard? Very good. Can I get a motion to close the public hearing at 7:12 PM?
Motion.
Moved by Jeff, second.
Second.
Second by Steve. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Public hearing is closed. Official considerations. Can I get a motion to consider approving local law 1 of 2026 for the tax levy limit?
So moved.
Moved by Kristen, second.
Second.
Second by Molly. Further discussion? Roll call vote. Steve?
Aye.
Kristen?
Aye.
Ernie?
Aye.
Jeff?
Aye.
Molly?
Aye.
Grace?
Aye.
And I am an aye. It is approved. B, can I get a motion considering approving an application for Robert and Joanne Rue of 315 Center Street for a permit to keep other than household pets, namely honeybees?
So moved.
Moved by Steve, second.
Second.
Second by Ernie. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
I just thought of that. You didn't want to change it with the extra hive?
No, that's fine. That's, if they don't want it, I don't mind.
Okay. Opposed? Approved. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion to consider approving an application from Anthony and Nicole Slawanowski of 266 Gerard Ave for a permit to keep other than household pets, namely 6 hens?
So moved.
Moved by Kristen, second.
Second.
Second by Steve. Further discussion?
Yeah, I think the application says 5, but I would like it to say 6, because in New York State, you have to buy 6 at a time. So if they lost these chickens, they could get another 6.
Very good. So,
It says 6 hens in
I
the,
have
it
it
say
on
six?
here as 6
it
hens.
says 6
Okay.
hens in
Says-
the,
Because
agenda?
of that, yeah.
In the permit?
so we don't need to amend the motion, right? Because it's for 6. Okay, good. Thank you, Grace.
Yep.
Moved by Kristen, second by Steve. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Opposed? Approved. Congratulations. Enjoy. Can I get a motion to consider approving a Hamlin Park temporary use permit applicant Megan Tent, Town of Aurora, for Action Club Kickball for various dates?
So moved.
Moved by Steve, second.
Second.
Second by Ernie. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Can I get a motion to consider approving a temporary use permit for Megan Tent, Town of Aurora, for the July 3rd celebration?
So moved.
Moved by Kristen, second.
Second.
Second by Jeff. Further discussion? Maureen, anything different?
The only difference is they're not having the train. There's some additional requirements with the train that, so it was decided not to do that.
They decided not to do it,
They
right?
did, yep.
Okay. Very good. Moved by Kristen, second by Jeff. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved? Can I get a motion to consider approving a temporary use permit for Megan Tent, Town of Aurora, for the town summer camp, sports and theater programs?
So moved.
Moved by Steve, second.
Second.
Second by Ernie. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Can I get a motion to consider setting a public hearing on February 25th, 2026 to discuss a special use permit for The Grove, 33 Elm Street, applicant Jeremy O'Brien for a cafe?
So moved.
Moved by Kristen, second.
Second.
Second by Jeff. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Public hearing is set for February 25th. Can I get a motion to consider approving a resolution to appoint election inspectors for the 2026 village election?
So moved.
Moved by Molly. Second?
Second.
Second by Jeff. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Going to old business. Our planning commission has asked our engineer to review the traffic study for Quaker, for the Quaker Road development that's been proposed. We discussed it at the last board meeting. Cost is going to be about $2,500, the engineer came back and told us. We're going to need to move some money around in the budget to cover it.
So I just need you guys to say that you want me to do it, and I'll have the budget adjustment ready for next meeting.
I just have a question about this. They have to get rezoned, right, in order to do this? So if they don't rezone, is their rezoning decision going to be informed somehow by this study? Because if they're not going to rezone it, then why are we going to waste
Pay the money.
$2,500?
So it does have to be rezoned, and before and subdivided. So those are the two applications that are before the Planning Commission right now, and some members don't feel that they can make a fully informed decision without,
Engineering study.
without the, so the,
Regarding the zoning?
either of those applications.
Okay.
They're the review is kind of muddy. They're, talking about them interchangeably, but
Right.
they just don't feel like they have enough information to be able to accurately assess what the developer has proposed with respect to the traffic study.
That's a
Okay,
big-
I just went to the
project.
planning meeting last week, and it sounded like several members, while they had not formally voted on it, were saying that they were not in favor of rezoning. So then when I heard this, and you're like, oh, can we spend $2,500 on it? It seemed counterintuitive, but if they're using that information from the study to inform either or both of those decisions, then I guess
Right.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's my question, right?
Right, all right.
We'll Put the cart before the horse. We don't have to
Right.
spend the money on it.
Right.
Smart.
But if they're saying that they need that information to make that decision, then
That makes sense.
I'm fine with it, I guess. Thanks for the clarification, Liz.
Welcome.
Liz, what's the difference between paying an engineer firm versus requesting the study from the DOT? Does it have to be an existing roadway to ask the study from the DOT? Is this because there isn't a road there yet?
So the traffic study is different. I'm not familiar with what DOT does as far as the traffic study does. The TE9s, is that what you're talking about?
I'm just thinking in the past, when we've had issues, like I've reached out and requested traffic studies be done by the Department of Transportation or the
Right.
Erie County Department of Highways. Can we ask for, I don't know what they're exactly looking for, and maybe I'm,
Pat, I think what this study is that everybody's talking about is what the projected traffic from the new development would be and not the current level of the road.
Okay, I was thinking they were studying it for possibly a red light, a traffic signal or something like that.
No, at this point in time, their study doesn't recommend that because it's a state highway. This DOT could want to put one in there anyway. But yes, like Shane said, it's about what the future impact of the roadways is going to be once that development is fully completed.
If it comes
Makes
out
sense.
on Commerce Green as a second egress, how would that affect?
It's not coming out on
you?
Commerce Green. They
Definitely isn't gonna?
they don't have any land that connects into it.
Connects into it, right?
They can't hack into it?
No.
That seems weird. One entryway for 120 homes, 120 units?
It meets code. I mean, we don't have dimensioned roadways on that design yet, so, and we don't have the turn radius identified as well. Those things will all have to be considered and put on the plan if it moves forward.
Is it proper for us to stipulate that the developer provide this type of information for us, as opposed to us paying for it?
The developer did.
They did.
Oh, we're just,
We would be paying our engineers to verify what they did.
And typically, your engineer will review, okay, so say it moves forward, and the next phase, they're going to have full civil engineering drawings with a multitude of different components, and your engineering firm will have to re-review that. And typically, that cost gets pushed onto the developer. So that review fee would be absorbed by the developer.
Good question, Steve. Anybody else? So we're good?
I'm good with that.
Yep.
Maureen? Let them know they can proceed. Thank you. New business, Heart of Music ticket sales possibilities. Excuse me, Shane?
Yeah, we met with Mr. Welch the other day, the department heads. As you guys can see on his application, he's expanding the hours by a couple hours. He was questioned about that, and his response was something to the effect that, well, we didn't expect to get that, but we were hoping for more time. And that was about where it was left, so I don't know exactly what he's looking for, but at the time, he was told by all the department heads that the hours for last year are preferable. He was requesting permission to sell tickets. And I told him I don't think it's up to us to give him permission to sell tickets. That's his choice, but whatever you guys want to do with that. Everything else seemed to be addressed with our concerns from last year. He did say if Misters isn't participating, depending on what process they are in their sale of the business, that he may cut off that end of the village from participating and just have it between basically the 2 blocks up on Main Street, or between the rink, Wall Wines, 42 North, that area.
Yeah, so including 42 and Rookies and
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
for the historic end of town.
correct.
Did he indicate if Left Coast was going to be included this year?
No, I don't believe they are, which they have.
No, I mean, that's,
But that's been the problem, is they do their own thing no matter what, and Pat's going to keep an eye on that going forward.
as long as we let them, I guess I should say.
Well, we don't have, Left Coast can do what they
That's-
want. They have a music
Yeah.
permit.
Yeah, any concerns from last year, I think that were addressed. They appeared and got their permit, and,
Good.
they're allowed to have their own thing that day, just like any business.
Good.
But the Heart of Music is going to drop the ticket prices?
Yeah.
What were they, 40?
They were at 40, they want to drop them back to 20. And then he said they would move them, the closer it got to the event, the more expensive the tickets would get, but he had no idea what that looked like.
The graduated pricing like Borderland does, right?
Correct.
Early bird.
And we don't have any control over that.
No.
No.
No, I just look at it and think, $40, I think, kept the head count down last year, plus kind of the late advertising they did. But it kept it manageable. So dropping it to 20, is that going to, they need to get twice as many people to get the same amount of revenue. Is 20 the sweet spot, right? But
I care about head count. I don't care what they charge for.
Yeah, he
that's what I'm
was,
saying.
You know what I
If they
mean? No, I know, but
if they
that's the
charge
thing we
30
can
a ticket,
control.
will that bring down the head count some, right? And they'll still make the money they need, and yet you'll have less people there to be more manageable.
they definitely
Finance
are
is
looking
around
to add
But
to
we have
the
no idea.
ticket sales
Yeah, we're
this
no
year.
control over it.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, we can't dictate this.
he probably wants
No,
more
the head
people.
count we can.
What's it?
He's going to need to have more people to make money.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
And they definitely are hoping to have higher ticket sales this year.
yeah.
What's the timeline of making the decision on the other end of town, the west end of town, with Misters?
I don't know if you had, Pat, do you recall if you had a time frame for that? Maureen?
I think he said that he just wanted to see if the sale went through. They were waiting on that. So, depends on who the owner is.
Yeah, there's been, I think, very varied versions of what's happening at Mister's and
Yeah.
what kind of new ownership there's going to be, and I don't think he knew at the meeting, and I think he's trying to figure that out, kind of what it sounded like.
He's redoing his application after that meeting, he said, to put some updates in it. I believe he's gonna leave them in there, but note that if he can't work out Misters, he's gonna
Cut off the
cut
whole
off
end of
that
town.
end, the whole end of town.
And do the owners of Main and Hamlin understand that?
I don't know that that has been a discussion with them. This is just what happened.
Yeah, where's that leave to
meeting.
Roycroft? Did he mention that?
He would keep the Roy.
Yeah, the Roycroft was going
Would
to
stay in it,
continue,
yeah.
yeah.
This permit we got the other day has Fireman's Field listed on it also.
Yeah, he kept bringing that up, and he was told again that I didn't believe there was any interest in doing anything down there. He was pushing the new fire chief to immediately okay something by telling him that they would be having a fundraiser for them at the Fireman's Field, and we spoke of the traffic concerns
Yeah.
of going back and forth too. And just, have to say this, I misspoke. I was thinking of the other Mexican restaurant when we were talking about East Coast. I apologize. Yeah.
One thing I will say, it'd be nice to have a consensus of where the support lies with the expanded hours and the increase in tickets as far as his request to sell tickets this early. I mean, if the board is leaning towards going based on what we recommend, great. Or if I guess at some point we have to have the discussion of how much bigger do we want to make this and how much later do we want this to go? Or are you just going to kind of or take our recommendation, because I think those are the two big sticking points right now with how late is it going and how many people before we can get to the next step.
What did he propose in the application? Was it
9,000 people.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
Yeah.
No way.
Absolutely not.
I think it's incredibly
Well,
disrespectful.
he
after
wanted
everything we went through
music
last
to go until 11:30, I
Absolutely
think, in there,
Yeah.
and
It was
then
only 9
hard
o'clock.
close at midnight. And
We
Right.
have music till 9, and then the bars close at 10, right? The
Correct.
bars close at 10.
Right.
Yep.
See,
I think that worked great.
It was great.
it went fine.
Right.
I mean, I'm amenable to one more hour, but not midnight, no way.
No way.
I'm fine with how it was.
Yeah, I think how it went last year was great.
Yep.
Yep.
It was controllable. Everyone was kind of drunk at the end of the night, but no one was, a mess.
Did we cap him on the number of tickets he could sell last year?
Yes.
Was it 7,000 last year?
It was either 7 or 7,500, but it was.
Seven.
He's got 9,000 on the application this year.
So no. 5 votes no.
I'm okay with 2,000 more people if it's
If it
That's a
ends
lot.
at
not
10,
any later. I don't know, I mean, I
That's
was
a
pretty
lot.
light. The
It was
venues,
light
venues
last
were only like a quarter full. You know what I mean? It
I
just,
agree.
yeah.
I agree with
It
that.
just
It
felt
was-
like you could have had a few thousand more folks there.
What's the capacity from the police department standpoint?
Yeah.
About between 7,500 and 9,000?
I have reached out to the state police and Orchard Park. I've got a preliminary yes from both of them for this year.
Great.
I will say, I'm all in the interest of this event being successful, and it's successful for the community's charities. However, I'm not interested in packing every venue to the gills so that we are at a disadvantage like we were before. I think if it's going to grow, I think it needs to grow slow and not just blow it open because it was successful last year.
So he asked.
So what's the
he
sweet
asked-
spot?
He asked for 2,500 more? Or
Correct.
2,000?
I would say 2,000 more.
So
So
maybe 500
what,
more?
I was going to say, or split the difference, is 1,000 too much to grow?
You
Is that too fast to
2,000
grow?
is
I
too
don't-
much?
Yeah.
Spread out throughout.
Well, the tickets
throughout
are going to
the day?
sell, I would think, much quicker, being half the price.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though he wants to sell them before he has any bands under contract or anything, but
I think the blackout fencing we did last year was a good idea. That was your idea, right, Pat?
Well, he's not going to drop the price by half if we only give him 1,000 more people because the math doesn't work.
right.
Agree.
So,
That's what I was referring to earlier.
But I also don't
Yeah.
want to grow too fast.
I don't either.
We're not going to be able to respond.
Right, that's what concerns me.
Well, I
You have a
felt
sweet
last
spot
year had to
growth?
be half amount of the people compared to the highest level year.
Did he sell 7,000 tickets? We capped him at 7. Did he sell 7?
I don't think we're going to get that information out of him, how many he actually sold.
Well, we're definitely not going to get it tonight.
There's a lot of variables that go into it. We forced him last year to design it in a way that restricted that appeal of the public to want to come without a ticket. So I think we did drive down the bystanders. I don't think we'll get that this year either if we keep the same design where we make it unattractive to people that haven't bought a ticket. But I just caution on, just because we got it under control last year and we had a successful year, making it too big too fast. I think you expand the belt a little, very slowly on this and make sure that we keep it under control moving forward.
You wonder how many people showed up last year thinking they'd be able to tailgate like they usually do, and then realized they couldn't see anything because of the screening we put up, right? We had them put up.
Yeah, I mean, a
So
lot
now
of
this year, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you really got to buy a ticket now or it stinks.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm willing to be, my opinion is flexible, but I mean, cautiously flexible. I think we really did a great job collectively, everybody last year, getting it under control and making it not the drunk fest that it was always known to be. And I'd be in favor of expanding very slowly, but not too much all at once.
I guess
You
we're
got
looking, I
number?
think, it sounds like the board's looking for a number from you, Pat.
I would go one more hour and another 1,000.
You would go later.
1 hour and 1,000.
Well, and just keep in mind, this is going to happen every year.
Right. Well, there has to
And
be.
next year,
It's a limited point.
well, I know, well, I'm just, he's going to keep asking for more every
Oh,
year,
that's
is what I'm
understandable,
saying,
but
yeah.
after,
And we can keep saying no. I
you
mean,
just keep saying no, right? It's like a.
Well, you're not saying no.
The only, and I don't know,
He's gonna lose money.
There-
This
there's
doesn't make
just
any sense.
one concern that you should be aware of, and it's probably a nothing.
He can change it, right.
But Orchard Park is going through a transition where their police chief retired and they're searching for a new police chief. It probably won't have any bearing on there, but that's probably not 100% that it won't have any bearing on our agreement with them, so just so you guys are aware.
but if we say, I mean, we have no control over the pricing, we already said that. But if we say, well, we're only letting you go 1,000,
He can't half the price then.
He's gonna jump.
no, he can say then the tickets are gonna have to be 30.
That's on him.
That's on
his
them.
problem.
Right.
That's on them.
Right.
But I agree with, I mean, I normally don't agree with Pat, but I agree with Pat.
And I'm not saying it has to go an hour extra. I'm just saying that's our absolute ceiling. We would
Right.
stand on our heads if you made it at midnight again.
I'd rather give him more people than more
Yeah,
time.
I would rather,
Agreed.
I'd rather do more people than the time
Me too.
and grow slowly. Like, let's give them another 1,000 people, see how it goes again,
And no-
Hard to get that time.
And no
to
more
make that
time.
decision.
and no more time, keep the time the way it is.
That works for us.
It's a stressful day on you guys, on all the village employees as it is. I don't think we need to extend it another hour on
Yeah.
them.
All right.
I thought last year was great. That's my opinion.
He
Is that a
did
good
say
temperature
that,
gauge? 1,000, no time? Okay.
and just so you guys are aware, he
Music
did say the music is going to be, he's going to try to keep it more low-key throughout the event. Yacht rock type music towards the end, so it's not, getting people riled up and, a lot of heavy rock or anything like that going, country and some yacht rock.
He outlined some
Have at
bands.
it till 9 o'clock.
He did outline some bands that are a little bit heavier that aren't going to be coming this year, and we talked about how when all the law enforcement at Highmark came in for their last game, they started playing It's a Wonderful Life, and everybody was crying instead of fighting, so he thought maybe he would do the same thing with this and play some Neil Diamond at the end of the night. So.
There you go.
So it sounds like everybody's good with the 9 o'clock for music, 10 o'clock for
No fire now?
venues,
No fireman's field.
no fireman's field.
No
If the
fireman's
fire
field.
department doesn't want it.
No fireman's field.
I think that's more of a safety concern than.
And what about the 9,000 people?
No.
Oh,
8,000?
Hey,
We'll give
Good with
them,
that?
give them the people, not the time.
okay with it.
And then the thing with selling the tickets, that's a him thing.
That's
not
a him.
Right.
Yeah, we shouldn't even.
We
I
won't-
don't, I don't care
We
what he
won't
prices
protest
at.
the
That's
fact
not
that
up
he's
to me.
selling tickets, but we're not giving permission to sell tickets.
Right.
no, he's doing so at his own risk. He doesn't,
And
you know.
You're right.
when do we get the final application?
He's got to make adjustments after we met with him. He said he was making them and then he'd get back to us, so I haven't gotten it back yet. I did say I would probably follow up with him and ask where he's at with it. He has time to get it in. We started early this year. I mean, normally we don't have it for quite a while.
And then can we get an answer on an estimated timeline with regard to the west end of town?
Yes.
Because that's going to have an impact. It's going to have an impact on one of the other establishments, but also on how Pat and
Coverage, right.
Right.
Yeah.
fire department cover.
Yeah, now 8,000 people are going to be in that space instead of
Correct.
the stretched out space.
Correct.
Good point, Jeff.
Probably good and bad.
Yeah, we're gonna cram 8,000 in just this half?
From Roycroft
Right.
to, yeah,
So
42.
when we get back to him, it's 8,000 if it's the typical footprint, but it could change if it's a smaller footprint.
I guess we'll
I mean,
have to have
yeah, that
Pat-
seems fair.
I don't know.
Have Pat and,
How many
Bruce,
people do we have
think
when
about
the
it.
parade was there? For the parade?
I don't know what the number.
It's
Hallmark parade?
Yeah. How many was that, like 5,000?
it's difficult to really, it was dark.
No, I'm just thinking, it's spread out a little bit more. You're in 5 or
Yeah,
6
there's no tickets,
places. I was just wondering, trying to spatially think about it.
I think
You're
we're
in-
safe at that number. It's still the same amount of people drinking, and it's still the same amount of help. It's just depends on what, I mean, like you're saying, the space, the west end, there's not much space there. So we're not losing it, like a venue the size of the rink down there.
Right.
Yeah, would you have a couple
We're
hundred
losing,
people maybe?
Misters
Main and
and Main and Hamlin can hold, probably the least amount of people of any venue. So I don't
Right.
think, we're not, Misters inside, I don't know what, what's their cap inside?
306.
Yeah, so we're probably talking
Couple hundred people.
700 people total down there,
Plus in transit.
maybe 8?
Plus the ones that are, plus the ones that are in transit going back and forth too.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, it's
wouldn't-
probably easier
you-
to,
You wouldn't have that, right?
No, the
The farther they're gonna go is the right crowd.
No, if the west end of town isn't involved, he's indicated he would not have buses either.
Good, people are walking.
So the far, it'll be from Roycroft to 42.
But
Grove to Pine.
based on social media in the last month, Misters their operations have changed hands into, I think the new owner is already running it, possibly under the old owners. They've increased their social media presence tenfold, and they're having events every Friday, Saturday, and big events.
Yeah,
So
line dancing was,
I'm kind of
place was packed.
dueling pianos.
Saturday night.
I mean, I'm
That
kind
was
of
amazing.
anticipating they're
I'm very
going
light
to
on
be
my feet.
involved.
I'm surprisingly deaf.
All their shows have been sold out since they changed operations, so I'm assuming they're going to want to be involved. We're planning for it anyhow.
Some of the neighbors on Hamlin were concerned when I spoke to them this past weekend about the change in ownership and the impact it would have on them with bigger events. Exactly what you just talked about. So I don't know if there's a way we can get them in here to explain what their plan is, or, because that has potential to be another problem.
Liz has a statement for us.
So the new owner is going to have to come in and get his own special use
Special use
permit.
permit.
Yeah, he's got to get the 30-day liquor license too, right?
Yes, I haven't seen anything about that.
Because, there was concern on the part of the neighbors, and I can't blame them, because they've had issues before with bad behavior on the part of the patrons. Just various things that were happening.
Yeah, I haven't.
So I'd like to know exactly what their plan is, because, because that could get so congested so fast with everything going on down there.
Well, what I can say is that whatever they do in that building, they're required to have off-street parking for their occupancy. They don't have that. So at a minimum, they're going to have to come in and get their own special use permit to identify what it is they're doing there.
Right.
And we have to address how they're going to park all of those people in their location.
Didn't the original applicant leverage some sort of parking at Pope Yoke or something? It was previous owners of both businesses?
Yes,
Had agreed
that's
to
what,
some sort of
that's what
agreement?
John Becker had, and Arnie had originally proposed, that they were going to have some additional parking at that business, but that never,
What is there, all about 20 spaces behind the lanes?
yeah, I would say, yeah,
And it can hold 306 people?
right.
So what they
Clown
allow-
cars.
And that was with
Vendors
with
parking?
bowling alleys,
Yeah,
right? So if there aren't bowling alleys in there, if those are gone, then that
Yeah, it increases the
drastically
capacity.
increases their footprint, so.
And that plaza owned by Benderson has 2 new chains in it. I mean, I'm fully expecting at some point, we're going to start receiving complaints that lot is full for other businesses other than what's in the plaza. You've got.
I'm surprised
you've
you
got
haven't.
Jersey
Well,
Mike's.
We've
gotten-
Benderson has come to us twice already and
That was
asked
before.
us.
As far as calling us though and wanting vehicles towed
Right.
and things, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing that, because we've got those chain, the Jersey Mike's and the Chipotle and that now, that on a Friday or Saturday night, you can't park there because they're at other places.
And that's with Rite Aid.
And Rite Aid is closed, right,
Right.
so.
So whatever goes into Rite Aid, that there's another, additional need for parking there.
Well, the plaza has enough parking. The plaza has enough parking on site for their uses. Because that parking lot was designed for those mercantile
Right.
uses. What that parking lot is not meant for
Main and
off-site
family
businesses
investors.
to park in that location. That's what they're struggling with.
Right.
All right. Good with Art of Music. And still under new business, I'm pleased to announce we did get a grant for $103,505 for ADA walkway paths in Hamlin Park to make it easier for folks to get around. That's under the CDBG grant.
Great news.
103,000, so
Nice.
that is good news. All right, bringing on to our second speakers in communications. Anybody want to speak on any topic? No, you good? Okay. Close that up. Department head report. Pat?
Okay, we've conducted about 20 interviews for part-time dispatcher. We're currently doing 3 background checks on people that we've given conditional offers to. Waiting for those to come back, and hopefully we'll have a request for you to take action soon. On that, we've conducted a pre-employment background check and evaluation on a candidate for police officer. Hopefully I have a request to you soon for action on that as well. I'm not sure if I said this at the last meeting or not, but Legislator Lurigo reached out to me close to the end of the year with an offer for an additional $10,000 in available funding for the police department. So that's a total of 20 that we're going to be receiving from her office. And those are earmarked for upgrades in dispatch, furniture, chairs, some equipment, some things like that to update the dispatch center. So far, the snow events have been manageable. The new patrol truck's been great. We've used that out in the town in the more hilly terrain, and the officers say it's been performing well. Been working on budget prep. Red Alert, which we're part of with the town, had some sort of cyber attack a couple months ago, and I haven't been able to use it. I'm supposed to be meeting with the folks at the town this week to, again, figure out how to use the new platform, because I guess they came out with a new platform. And lastly, sadly, we did not receive the wellness grant for the $60,000. From the research I've done, I've conferenced with some other chiefs, and it seems like the state is kind of aiming at the 40 to 80 officer department mark, even though it wasn't written in there, but those seem to be the departments that are getting awarded that grant. And that's all I have.
Very good. Nice job on that Lurigo money, Pat.
I didn't have to do much. You just called me.
You had to pick up the phone.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, the guys have been busy for the past 24 hours plowing. We lost the truck, but it's back in service now. It's a minor repair. It looks like the next few days we're going to be getting some more snow. So we'll continue with our plowing. And as soon as we get a break, we'll start getting snow out of parking lots.
You good with the equipment you have, though? As
Yeah.
far as like the snow removal?
Yeah, right now we're good.
All right. I know in the past, I've reached out to the county and they sent us, was that last year when they sent us those trucks? Maybe 2 years ago.
Yes.
And they came for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Just day and night, just kept changing crews and moving bulk snow down to Fireman's Field to get it off the intersection corners and that kind of thing, so.
Yep, we're
If you get
good
to
right
that
now.
point, let us know as soon as possible and we'll.
Another couple feet, then we'll be talking, but we'll see.
Hopefully, we won't need it. Nice work, Jeff. Thank you. Liz?
On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, Rich and I will be out of the office. We have our annual code conference, and so it's all day long, so we won't be there. We are reachable. If you need, anything, you can just call us, and we'll return your call on our breaks. But that's it.
Very good. Thank you, Liz. Shane?
Nothing tonight.
All right, and Maureen?
I've been interviewing for the part-time clerk. Had a number of interviews, still interviewing, so hopefully by the next meeting I'll have somebody for that. And been working on the budget. Just want to verify the 7th will work then?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Thanks for jinxing that.
I wasn't the one who had mentioned it.
Still at 8:30?
8:30 is fine with me. I don't know what everybody else feels.
Sure. Feb. 7, 8:15,
Yep.
budget meeting. Very good. All right. Anything else, Maureen?
No, that's all.
Okay. Grace?
All set.
Molly?
I'm good, thank you.
Jeff?
All good, thanks.
Ernie?
Also,
Kristen?
I know Grace brought up last time the NICEAG document and the tree moratorium and kind of where we are with the tree law. Could we get an update on that?
I think we're waiting to get the information back from Chris Trapp. He's got,
Okay.
right, he's got the NICEAG updates now, and he's got to add it into the law.
Yeah, whatever he feels needs to be in there for us or not in there, that's where we're at.
Okay. Should we set a work session for the next meeting, or
I don't
It's
have
not
it
there
back
yet.
yet.
what's that?
I don't have it back.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Anything else, Kristen?
A friendly reminder to dig out your fire hydrants in the snow.
Oh, good
good
call.
That's what I did before I came here.
Good call.
Yeah, well,
Great.
that's all I got.
You're going to get them all, or
Just mine, I
you got the
think.
practice in today? I figured
Yeah, yeah.
you're the expert. All right, very good. Steve?
I'm all set.
All right, and I actually asked for a meeting with the senior vice president at Fisher Price, and Shane and I met with him last week, and just tried to get a kind of feel on their plans. He said he moved with his family here to Clarence, and he said there's no immediate actions that they have planned, and otherwise, I don't know, you know.
Not a whole lot of information.
Yeah, it wasn't, really wasn't.
the toy store's been closed too, I think.
He did say they were reopening that, right? He was talking about them remodeling, reopening
Over
the
there,
toy
you-
store.
They are doing some work on some of the buildings. They moved people out of one building into the main tower. They've got a bunch of Mattel, strictly Mattel employees there now that they're trying to fill up space with.
And some contractors also, right? And he said that the Flash Cube, I think he said was 90% at capacity, but they moved them from the other buildings, so,
It was pretty quiet in the building we were in.
yeah. Yep. But he hoped to get new lines in, but who knows? Right?
I don't think they'd be very forthcoming if they were closing anytime soon.
Yeah,
No, they couldn't tell you if it was happening tomorrow.
Right.
right. But wanted to update you guys on that, and that's all I have. So, can I get a motion to adjourn at 7:49 PM?
Motion.
Moved by Jeff, second. Second by Steve. Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting's adjourned. Thank you all for coming. Even you, Sean.